Hey everyone, welcome to Wishing Well BBQ. I'm Dustin Wells, and today we're going to do a bacon wrapped pork tenderloin. Let's do it. The tenderloin is one of the most delicious, tender, and juicy cuts that you can get off of pork. And today we're gonna make it even better by wrapping it up in bacon. You can't go wrong doing that. It's super simple to make and it makes a great dinner for two. Let me show you what we've gotta do to get this pork tenderloin ready for the smoker. I went to my local grocery store and picked up this 2-pound boneless pork tenderloin. And in order to prepare it, we don't really have too much to do. I'm gonna take my boning knife and get some of this extra silver skin off. Just do a little bit of fine trimming here. When you buy a pork tenderloin, you usually don't have to do too much trimming to it, but I do like to take off some of this extra silver skin. And this is about right where I want it as far as trimming goes. Now we're gonna go ahead and season this pork tenderloin up. I'm gonna use just a little bit of yellow mustard as a binder. If you're not a mustard lover, don't worry, you're not gonna taste this in the end. It's just gonna help our seasoning stick. To season this pork tenderloin, I'm gonna be using my Wishing Well BBQ competition style rub. If you haven't had a chance to get this, head on over to our online store so you can buy a bottle. I'm gonna evenly distribute this rub all over the tenderloin. And I tell you what, this rub just gives a great color. Also gives a killer flavor. All those barbecue flavors that you want, this rub has it. Make sure I pat that seasoning in. Make sure I get all sides of it here. Get the ends. Check this out. This is exactly what I'm wanting to see as far as seasoning goes. Now I'm gonna set this aside and we're gonna go ahead and make our bacon weave. I've got some regular cut bacon here. I don't really wanna use the thick cut bacon just because it's gonna get kind of rubbery. The pork tenderloin's not gonna take too long to cook, so I wanna make sure that this bacon has a chance to get crispy. My favorite way to wrap anything up in bacon is to make a bacon weave. It gives an awesome presentation to your product, and it also ensures that the entire pork loin is covered in bacon. The first thing that you wanna do to make a bacon weave is lay your bacon out side by side. If you end up getting bacon that's extremely long, kind of like this, you may have to trim it down a little bit. But what I wanna do is I wanna lay out as many pieces across as I'm going to lay this way as well. For a small pork loin like this, I'm gonna go with about 7 pieces. Now, when making this bacon weave, I wanna start from the middle and work my way out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to take the top of this first piece and go halfway down. Then I'm gonna skip a piece and do the same thing. Now I want to lay this next piece across just like this and bring these back up. I'm gonna repeat this process, but now I'm gonna skip and do the next set. Lay down another piece of bacon here. Bring these back up. Gonna repeat that process. Now that I've got this side done, I'm gonna start on this side over here. Now, check it out. I have a nice bacon weave here, but as you can see, I have plenty of bacon left over. This bacon that I particularly bought was extremely long. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna trim some of this extra down, just a little bit. Don't waste this extra bacon. You can use this for a nice little snack, or you can use it to help flavor some of your dishes. So this is what my final bacon weave looks like. You can tell it's nice and even, nice and square, and it's gonna give a really good presentation and a great flavor. I'm gonna take my pork loin and I'm just gonna set it just like this, right on the very end here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna roll it nice and tight. All right, and check it out. We have our nice little bacon weave. Honestly, if I was gonna do this again, I would have purchased another pack of bacon. That way I could really get it all the way to the end here. But that's just part of barbecue. Sometimes that just happens. I'm gonna take just a touch of this competition style rub and just put it all over this bacon. That way it does give a nice presentation. And that's all we're gonna do to prepare this pork tenderloin. Hey, let's get it on the smoker. Today I'm cooking on my Oklahoma Joe offset smoker, and I'm gonna be using a combination of lump charcoal, hickory, and cherry wood. I wanna keep my smoker between 225 and 250 degrees. I wanted to take a second to say thank you so much for supporting this channel, whether it's by subscribing, liking, or commenting on my videos. I know it's been a while since I've posted a video. This summer actually ended up being super busy for me and my family. But don't worry, we're hopefully gonna start making more videos for you guys and giving you some really awesome recipes that you can share with your family and friends. If you haven't had a chance to check out my online store, make sure you do that by going to wishingwellbbq.fws.store so that you can buy all of my products. The competition style rub, the Texas Cowboy rub, and our house barbecue sauce. We hope to release more products to you soon. That way you can have all of the seasonings and sauces that I use here on my channel. Now, let's get back to smoking this pork tenderloin. All right, we've had this tenderloin on for about an hour, and just check that out. You can tell that that competition rub has given this pork tenderloin an awesome color. Our bacon is starting to tighten up and render some of that fat. Our internal temperature is sitting around 110 degrees, so we've got just a little bit longer to let this pork tenderloin cook. Let's close it down and let it keep on cooking. Right now we're sitting at about 135 degrees. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and get my glaze ready. And today I'm just going to use Wishing Well BBQ house barbecue sauce. And I'm just going to pour it into a smoker safe container here. Probably about a quarter cup or so. That way when I get up to about 142, 43 degrees, I can go ahead and put this glaze on. Let's put it on the smoker. All right, just check out this pork tenderloin. That looks awesome. The color looks fantastic. The bacon is nice and crispy and the fat's rendered. Now all we're gonna do is we're gonna take this sauce and we're just gonna put a nice little glaze on this tenderloin. It's gonna give it some great color, some awesome flavor. I just love the flavor that this house barbecue sauce gives. It's kind of tangy, it's kind of sweet, it's got a little bit of back heat. Hey, that looks absolutely perfect if you ask me. Let's close the lid and let it glaze for about 5 or 10 minutes until we get up to 145 degrees. All right, we've reached 145 degrees. Let's check it out. Oh man, doesn't that just look awesome? That has an absolutely beautiful color, and I know the flavor is gonna match. Let's take it out and put it on the cutting board and let it rest for about 5 to 10 minutes. Hey, let me tell you something. This pork tenderloin looks and smells amazing, and I cannot wait to cut into it and take a bite. But before we do, let's review what we did to get here. I went to the store and picked up a 2-pound pork tenderloin. I took my boning knife and took any of that excess silver skin or fat off that I didn't need. Once I had it nice and trimmed up, I used some yellow mustard as a binder and seasoned it liberally with my Wishing Well BBQ competition style rub. Then we went ahead and created our bacon weave that we used for this, and we wrapped it around the entire pork tenderloin. We added just a little bit more competition style rub and put it on the smoker between 225 and 250 degrees. Once the internal temperature reached about 142 degrees, I glazed it with that Wishing Well BBQ house barbecue sauce and let it come up to temperature until it was 145 degrees. And now here we are, and I can't wait any longer. It's time to slice into this, so let's do it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take this foil off and just look how amazing that looks. I'm gonna take this beautiful Spaceman Kiritsuki knife and I'm gonna cut right down the center of this pork tenderloin. Let's check out the center here. Oh man, look how juicy that is. That looks amazing. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut me a little slice here. Look how delicious that looks. It is so juicy. All right, it's the time I've been waiting for. Time to take a bite of this. Hey, cheers to you and cheers to a good cook. Let's take a bite. Oh man, let me tell you something. The flavors in this pork tenderloin are insane. That competition style rub gives it a nice salty, sweet, little bit of back heat flavor. That house barbecue sauce as a glaze is perfect. It really complements that rub and the pork. I gotta take another bite. It'd probably be more polite to eat with a knife and a fork, but I ain't got time for that. Thank you so much for watching our video today. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you enjoy what we're doing here on the Wishing Well BBQ channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button below so that you don't miss out on any of the fun. If you want to buy any of our barbecue products, make sure you also visit wishingwellbbq.fws.store so that you can buy some. Make sure you also check out all of our other socials, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok by searching Wishing Well BBQ. Thank you so much again for watching, and as always, we'll see you next time.